Peanut really has been, like I said, dogging out its mama.
I touch that 5 for you. I do that 3-4 times again. I testify for you.
Oh, y'all, okay, pause. We're back again with another video. I've been trying to do this video for weeks now, but here we are. Before we get into this video, of course, make sure you like, make sure you comment, and make sure you subscribe to your girl. We are less than 50 away from 1,000 subscribers. Period. Okay, so as you can tell by the title of this video, today I'm going to be talking about all of my first trimester symptoms. And baby, when I wrote these symptoms down, I'm like, Peanut was really giving it to me. Like, Peanut was really giving it to me because I had almost every freaking symptom in the book. Like, Peanut, why is you doing this to your mama? I'm doing nothing but providing you a safe, warm home to live in for 9 months, and you're literally dogging me like a girl from down the street that did you dirty. Like, Peanut, why you doing your mama like that? So anyway, yeah, I wrote them down, and we just gonna start from the beginning, okay? From the first. Well, this is not in any particular order. This is just, you know, what came to my head first. I am a little bit under the weather. I've had a cold for like the past 3 weeks. That's another thing about pregnancy. Like, when you get sick, you're gonna be sick for a minute because there's only so many medications and stuff you can take. But that's another conversation for another day. So anyway, first things first, nausea daily. I felt like I could throw up every day. I found out I was pregnant at like 4 weeks and 3 days. I am currently 19 weeks and 2 days. And like I said, I was nauseous every day. I want to say I only threw up maybe like 3 times, and that was mostly because I kind of forced it to come up, because I hate when that throw up feeling just sits in your stomach. Like, I would rather just get it up. So I just kind of threw up like 3 times in the first trimester just to get it out, because I was just tired of it. One time was really bad, and that was caused by something I smelled. Like, I was like, I can't do this. So we'll just say that that's the second one. So sense of smell, like, I feel like, what did I be saying? Smell like a hound dog. Like, that's really how I feel, because I could just smell anything, and not even that, but things that didn't used to smell nasty smelled nasty. And that was one of the first ways that I thought maybe I was pregnant, because my husband was making popcorn, and I was like popcorn, that's gross. And I just didn't like the smell of it that day. So the sense of smell up there. But back to the nausea. There wasn't any particular thing that made me nauseous. Everything just made me nauseous. I could eat anything nauseous. Like, almost anything I ate made me nauseous. It's not even like I didn't like the food. I just was nauseous every day. So like I said, we got nausea, however you want to say it, and the sense of smell went crazy. Lower back pain. So my back was already hurting and stuff before I got pregnant, but the lower back pain was terrible, like just always hurting. And it kind of made me concerned, because when I look up lower back pain on Google, rule number 1, when you're pregnant, don't Google stuff. You're probably gonna do it anyway, like I did when I was told not to, but try not to Google stuff, because I was Googling everything. When I look at lower back pain, they say that you can experience lower pain either at the very end of your pregnancy, like towards, like, you know, the second and third trimesters, or when you're about to experience loss of your baby. in the very beginning. And I'm like, oh my gosh, like that literally scared the heck out of me, because I'm like, I'm not in my second and third trimester, but I have lower back pain. So that was really worrying me or whatever. But yeah, the lower back pain has been there. It's a lot worse now than it was before, but it definitely was present. Like I said, it definitely concerned me, because I was like, I don't think this is normal for first trimester. But everybody is different, so you can't compare how your pregnancy is going to someone else's, because everybody experiences different symptoms. So everybody is different in that sense. Spotting. Oh my gosh, talk about something that scared me. So first things first, the week that I found out that I was pregnant, the week before I found out I was pregnant, I was spotting, but it looked like my period was going to begin type spotting. So I'm thinking like, oh, my period's gonna come, you know, Mother Nature finna visit me. And, you know, I had my products in the bathroom just ready to go. Just in case it started in the middle of the night, I'm prepared. And then my period still was 7 days late. And I was like, you ain't never did this before. Hold up a minute. And so that's what made me take the test. Took the test. After I took the test, I want to say during week 5 through 7, maybe, I experienced spotting. It was never like super deep spotting. As in, like, when it comes to the color, it was always like, you know, pretty light, if I can remember. So nothing to be worried about. They say if it gets to like a heavy bleeding and you're cramping, then that's when you should be concerned or whatever, and that's when loss is most likely happening. But it was never heavy. It was just spotting, like, and it wouldn't be all day, it would just literally be like here and there. They also say if you wear a pad and it can fill up a pad, then that's when you should be concerned. So it was never that much. It was literally only when I would go to the bathroom and I would wipe, and then I would see a little bit of, like, you know, blood from spotting. But again, it looks similar to period spotting. Now again, first the spotting was implantation spotting. That was what was going on the week before I found out I was pregnant. And then after that, I don't know if that was still implantation spotting, but like I said, everything was fine or whatever. Because I didn't experience it. I didn't experience any cramping along with it. It was never heavy. So that's just what my experience was as in terms of spotting. I spotted in my first trimester. Again, was I concerned? Absolutely. But if you are experiencing that, again, I'm not no doctor. You want to call your doctor, your nurse, and confirm. It should 9 times out of 10 be okay, because like I said, that's what I experienced as well. No appetite. I really would eat like twice a day for real, because I just didn't have an appetite that much. I would be hungry, but I was never really like starving. Even till this day, I'm not like, you know, starving for real. I just eat because, you know, I get a little bit hungry or whatever. But yeah, loss of appetite. My appetite was not really there. Yeah, that's pretty much all there is to it. It wasn't, you know, specific things. It was just everything. I just didn't feel like eating, you know. Headaches. Baby. Headaches. I would have headaches like every other day. And when I tell you, the headaches have been kicking my butt even till today. Now, they say that headaches can sometimes be linked to preeclampsia, but it's usually shown in the last trimester or like the second trimester. Now, my blood pressure is fine. I've checked my blood pressure at the doctor. I've checked my blood pressure at home. My blood pressure is fine, so it's not related to preeclampsia. before I got pregnant, I had migraines and I took rizatriptan. Rizatriptan or the triptan families is not something you should take at all during pregnancy. It can be very harmful during pregnancy. So that meant that I was just stuck taking Tylenol, and Tylenol does nothing for me. Tylenol is like a sugar pill. So I've been trying everything, drinking lots of water, magnesium every day, and electrolytes. And most of the time it go away, but sometimes it don't. And I hate... Oscar, shut up, lay down. And most of the times it would go away or whatever, but sometimes it just wouldn't, and I would just have to give it and take the medicine. Or caffeine, so drinking Cokes and stuff like that. I don't drink coffee, so I would just drink a Coke, and that was most of the time that would help it go away. But the headaches have not stopped, and I'm sick of it. Some people have recommended that I go see a chiropractor, so I'm going to look into that and then see if that helps. But I'm tired of the headaches. Like I said, the headaches was a problem in the first trimester. I'm in the second trimester, and it's still a problem. Like I said, I'm currently 19 weeks and 2 days. So I'm not even halfway through the second trimester yet. But yeah, still experiencing headaches. Definitely a lot more now than before. Because now it's like almost every freaking day. But last trimester, it was like maybe every other day, every 2 days, something like anxiety. So I feel like anxiety is not brought up enough at all when it comes to pregnancy. Like, everyone talks about the joys of pregnancy and stuff like that, but they also talk about, the bad parts about pregnancy. But I just feel like anxiety isn't spoken enough about. Hold on. Anyway, it's not spoken enough about because the doctor, the OBGYN, usually won't see you for the first, until you're like 8 to 10 weeks, usually. Yeah, until you're 8 to 10 weeks. So that means for 8 weeks at least, you are stressed out. Well, I mean, it's up to you if you're stressed out or not. You're just basically believing that there's a baby in your stomach, there's a baby in your belly. Besides the symptoms and things, you have no confirmation, like no medical confirmation. You can take pregnancy tests and stuff like that, but like, there's no proof of life per se. It's too early to hear a heartbeat. You don't hear the heartbeat until that first appointment. So you just sitting there like, dang, I guess I'm pregnant. I don't know. Like, I'm just taking the word of this pregnancy stick that I'm pregnant. At any given point in your pregnancy, something could go wrong, And so it really took my therapist. It really took, people around me to remind me that, like, I'm going to end up ruining a good experience by not living in the moment and just, being happy at what I do know. And what I did know was I peed on the stick, and the stick said that I'm pregnant. And my therapist was telling me to just think about the future, daydream about and journal about, when I hold my baby for the first time, stuff like that. Just stuff to get my mind out of the negative, because I was just thinking negative way too much in that first trimester, especially. It definitely has not been as much anymore. Like, I was able to, pretty much let that go or whatever, which it wasn't easy to let that go. So the anxiety in that first trimester is real, and I think everybody should be able to speak out about it, because like I said, I didn't even know that was a thing that people could go through during that first trimester. I'm thinking, you find out you're pregnant, start shopping for the baby, and you just going about your business. That was not my experience at all. At all. Maybe bloating. All right, so bloating. I was bloating really bad. I was bloating, so it definitely made my stomach look a lot bigger. And like, you know, I was pregnant. I mean, I was pregnant, but it made it look a lot more, you know, like I was further into my pregnancy than I was because I was bloated. But what I have read and what I've heard from doctors is that when you are shorter, because, you know, your waist, your diaphragm is smaller. Is it your diaphragm? I think so. Is smaller and shorter, and you experience gas and bloating a lot in everyday life, then it could cause you to show quicker. And so that's why I just was experiencing a lot of bloating. And that's why I feel like my stomach was protruding a little bit more than somebody who might be taller than me and not experience gas and bloating. Because, baby, when I was on my period, I would be looking pregnant already. Like, the bloating was always bad. The gas was always bad. I just have always been that way. So, yeah, bloating was definitely a symptom of mine. Gas. Oh, speaking of gas, baby. Baby, something about being pregnant, you are so gassy. And I'm not even talking about like farting. I'm talking about burping too. Like, I was always burping. I still burp a lot, like crazy. The farting is really bad and it stinks. Oh my gosh. It's not funny. It's not funny. It is kind of funny though. Like, sometimes I would fart and I'm like, good Lord, like, and it would just linger and I would have to go light a candle in my bedroom because it was not hot. It was not it was not giving at all. It was so nasty. But yeah, the farts the farts and the burps are like unexplainable. I don't know what it is about being pregnant that makes you fart. It makes you burp so much. It makes the fart smell so bad. But yeah, they were definitely a negative 5 out of 10. Tired as okay. I literally would wake up at like 10 a.m. maybe a little bit later. I would make some breakfast, whether a smoothie, waffles, anything, and then I would feel like I just ran a marathon, and I'd be like, all right, time to lay down and go back to sleep. You know, I was always taking naps. I was always tired. And so at first I didn't tell my mom right away. So she calling me and she like, why are you always so tired? Like, you ain't really did that much today. And granted, I was always a tired bitch. Like, I always love sleep. One thing about me, I'm asleep. But growing a human makes you exhausted. And when I'm telling you, I would wake up like and then eat some food, I would be tired, like my eyes are burning. Like I said, like I literally felt like I worked a 12-hour shift, eyes burning, how tired I was. Peeing, oh my gosh. So when I heard about, you know, peeing a lot during pregnancy, I'm thinking it's when you're further along because, you know, the weight of the baby is sitting on your uterus. No, man. First trimester, I'm peeing like a racehorse. And what's crazy is that it really got bad at night. Whenever I would lay down to go to bed, it's like the baby knew, oh, you trying to go to sleep, bed. And as soon as I would lay down, I would have to go to the bathroom. I would go pee. I would lay back down. Then I would have to pee again. And it would be like the smallest amount of pee. So it would make me so mad. Like, why are we playing these games? It definitely has not gotten any. It definitely has not gotten any better now that I'm further along into my pregnancy. But yeah, the peeing definitely was one of my symptoms. Yeah, it was there. Heartburn was another thing that I thought, okay, when you're further into pregnancy, that's when you'll be feeling a lot of heartburn, because a lot of people say the baby's hair can make you have heartburn, whatever. I started feeling heartburn week 5. I said, ain't no way you got hair on your body and your head already to where I'm experiencing heartburn like this. And it was so bad, especially at night, that I had looked up, I said on Google, does heartburn feel like a heart attack? Because it just felt like so much pressure right here. I'm like, dog, please. It was bad. It was very bad. I definitely had to just buy me some Tums because it was bad. The heartburn's still bad. The baby gave me a week break with no heartburn. So it's been heartburn ever since. Peanut really has been, like I said, dogging out its mama. Like, Peanut, be nice to mommy, please. What else? Oh my gosh, the discharge. The discharge can be very concerning, or can make you concerned, because the way the discharge feels, it literally feel like this. So you get scared, because most of the time when you feel this much discharge or this much coming out of your hoo-ha, it's usually when you're on your cycle. So you feeling like thick amount of liquid going like this, and you're like, oh my gosh, is this blood? Like, am I bleeding? But no, it's just discharge. Like, the discharge will literally make you be like, what is going on down there? But discharge is at an all-time high because you're pregnant, and it could be because of the hormones. Again, don't quote me, I'm not a doctor. I think that's why, but yeah, you do experience a lot of discharge. I have experienced a lot of discharge. Like, oh my gosh, even again, second trimester to this day, if anything, it's gotten even more intense now than it did before. Sore boobs. My boobs have been so sore. And my boobs, they usually don't get that sore. Like, when I was like experiencing, period symptoms or whatever, like, I would feel the soreness kind of in my nipples more than my boobs, but my actual boobs were feeling sore. And that's another symptom that I experienced before I took the pregnancy test. And I'm like, something's going on. I usually have not felt anything like this before. Like, what's happening? And because my boobs were sore, I was like, yeah, we might be taking a test soon. And again, even to this day, no, boobs and nipples are sore. I don't know what just happened. I almost threw up. I don't know how. I just coughed and I almost threw up. Anyway, back to the regularly scheduled program. Yeah, boobs and nipples are sore. And lastly, gagging, baby, the gagging, specifically brushing your teeth and brushing your tongue. If you call me funky, I hope you stub your pinky toe. I have not brushed my tongue or scraped my tongue with the tongue scraper in months, because the minute I do one, I'm throwing up. I'm literally throwing up. I will brush my teeth, but I literally have a minute 30 seconds to hurry up and brush my teeth, because I will start gagging instantly. It's bad. It's really bad. No one warned me, hey, when you get pregnant, stock up on mouthwash, because brushing your teeth, for the proper amount of time and scraping your tongue is non-existent. It's not going to happen. I mean, it might happen for some of you, but I know a lot of people struggle. I struggled so bad. Even if I try to brush my tongue with my actual toothbrush, again, I got 2 swipes before I'm throwing up and before I'm gagging like crazy. It is not pretty. It's not pretty. I don't understand what about pregnancy makes you gag so much, and what about the baby wants you to have a funky breath. I really be trying though, because I'm very serious about oral hygiene, flossing, mouthwash, coconut oil pulling, the whole 9. But since the first trimester, that baby said, girl, you ain't doing none of that. Good luck. I wish you well. So yeah, the gagging has been top tier. Like, yeah. So those were all of my 50 of them symptoms that I experienced during my first trimester. I feel like I said I've experienced so many of the symptoms, it's ridiculous. I'm going to show y'all the baby bump now. Say hi, Peanut. This is Peanut at 9 weeks and 2 days. This is the front angle. Linea nigra is definitely showing. You know, there's Peanut right here, and I'm only finna get bigger. But anyway, I hope you like this video. I hope it was well informative for first time moms going into their first trimester and stuff like that, or just informative for anybody. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and there are definitely more videos on the way.